The Bold and the Beautiful. Luna Nozawa's desperate flight, Elektra's brutal assault, and the war to erase a Spencer heir this week on The Bold and the Beautiful. The stakes are higher than ever. Luna Nozawa, pregnant and on the run, becomes the center of a dangerous war fueled by rage, pride, and the brutal legacy of the Spencer name. What was once a secret pregnancy has now exploded into a full-blown crisis, triggering vicious attacks and impossible choices. No one wants Luna to have this baby. Not Will Spencer Jr., not Elektra Forrester, and certainly not the powerful figures behind the Spencer dynasty. For Luna, the time for hiding is over. She has two options left: run or die trying to protect the life growing inside her. The latest promo for The Bold and the Beautiful paints a violent picture of what's coming. Luna, already shaken and vulnerable, finds herself face to face with Elektra Forrester. This isn't a heated argument. This isn't a scorned woman throwing words. This is full-on violence. Elektra's fury boils over, and with Will Spencer Jr. watching in silence, Elektra lashes out physically. She slams her fist into Luna's face with no hesitation, no remorse. Luna staggers, already off balance from pregnancy, and crashes into nearby furniture. The screen fades out, but the impact is clear. Luna has just been assaulted, and the baby she's carrying may now be in mortal danger. The sickening truth is, this isn't just Elektra acting out of passion. It's part of a larger plan, an unspoken one but increasingly clear. Luna's pregnancy is a problem for the Spencer legacy. Will Spencer Jr. doesn't want the child. His parents, Bill Spencer and Katie Logan, see this unborn baby as a threat, a scandal that could destroy Will's future, stain the Spencer name, and connect them forever to the Nozawa family. This child was never supposed to exist, and now that it does, the powerful forces surrounding Luna are determined to make it disappear. At first, Luna believed the pregnancy would protect her. She thought bearing a Spencer heir would give her leverage, security. That carrying Will's child might force him and his family to show compassion. Instead, it's done the opposite. It's made her a target. It's made her disposable. And now, she finally understands just how far these people are willing to go to erase the evidence of their mistake. The physical assault by Elektra is only the beginning. What happens when Elektra's rage inspires something even darker? What happens when Bill Spencer, cold, calculating, and fiercely protective of his family's image, decides that Elektra didn't go far enough? What if Katie Logan, ever loyal to her son, takes action behind the scenes to ensure Luna doesn't carry this pregnancy to term? The walls are closing in fast. Luna's only option may be to vanish entirely. And the irony? She already is supposed to be dead. Luna has been living in a legal and emotional limbo for years. Thanks to the elaborate deception orchestrated by Lee Finnegan, her grandmother, Luna is technically deceased in the eyes of the law. No one should know she exists. And that may now be the only thing keeping her and her baby alive. If Luna disappears, truly disappears, there's no one who can chase her. Not Will, not the Spencers, not the police. No one can report a missing person who isn't supposed to be alive in the first place. This loophole might be her only path to freedom. But disappearing isn't easy. Luna is injured, possibly miscarrying. She's in pain, and the emotional trauma from Elektra's assault is still fresh. Every second counts. If she's going to flee, she has to do it now, before anyone realizes she's survived the attack. Before the Spencers make another move. Before Will shows his true colors and finishes what Elektra started. And that's what's truly devastating, Will's silence. He stood there. He watched Elektra hit Luna. He didn't stop it. He didn't speak up. He didn't even flinch. That silence said everything Luna needed to hear. Will doesn't love her. He doesn't care about the baby. He never intended to protect her. This wasn't about complicated feelings or family tension. This was cold-blooded abandonment. And in that moment, Luna knew, there's no help coming from the Spencers. If she wants to survive, she has to do it alone. There's still time. Barely. Luna is scared, but she's not broken. She knows what's at stake. This isn't just about survival anymore, it's about motherhood. About protecting the innocent life inside her. About escaping a legacy of cruelty and control. She doesn't have a plan. She doesn't have resources. But she has instinct and the fading memory of people who once cared. Could she find sanctuary with someone outside the Spencer Forrester power web? Could she reach her biological father, Drive, John Finnegan, and beg for protection? Or is the risk too great? If Finn knew the truth, if he discovered Luna was alive, pregnant, and in danger, he might protect her. He might use his medical skills, his connections, his moral compass. But getting to him would be almost impossible. And what if Lee Finnegan finds out first? What if she finishes the deception she started years ago? No matter which way Luna turns, danger waits. Back in Los Angeles, the machine is already moving. Bill and Katie may be weighing their next steps. Elektra, high on adrenaline and unrepentant, may return for round 2. Will may begin quietly searching for Luna, not to save her, but to ensure her silence. And the Forresters, while preoccupied with their own internal chaos, may be forced to choose sides. This isn't just a pregnancy anymore. This is a war. And in this war, Luna is outnumbered, unarmed, and out of time. She has to leave, disappear completely, reinvent herself under a new name, in a new city, with no ties to the people who want her erased. She has to hide until the baby is born, until the child is strong enough to be protected. And then maybe, just maybe, she can come back. Fight. Reveal the truth. But that's a fantasy. For now, all she can do is run. Elektra's violence wasn't a warning shot, it was a declaration of war. The message is clear: Luna's baby is not welcome. Not in the Spencer family. Not in the Forrester world. Not anywhere near the legacy these powerful people have crafted so carefully. And yet, that child exists. That child is growing. And Luna Nozawa is willing to risk everything to protect it. So as the cameras roll this week on The Bold and the Beautiful, the story turns darker, more desperate, more dangerous. Luna is in flight, bloodied, betrayed, but not broken. And somewhere in the shadows, the truth is waiting. The child is coming, and the day of reckoning is closer than anyone expects. Stay tuned. The storm has just begun. The Bold and the Beautiful. Hope Logan's heart remembers. Carter's love faces destiny, and the shadows of Beth return on The Bold and the Beautiful. Nothing stays buried. No matter how many vows are made, no matter how many rings are exchanged, the heart remembers. And for Hope Logan, that truth is crashing back like a wave she thought she had outrun. As fall settles over this fictional Los Angeles, and leaves prepare to drop from trees that never really lose them, the emotional temperature is rising fast. Hope is standing at the edge of everything she thought she wanted. An engagement to Carter Walton, peace in her life, and a future that seems solid, stable, dependable, but none of it is real. Because her heart is still in the past. Her heart still belongs to Liam Spencer. What was supposed to be a chapter closed now starts to reopen. Carter Walton, the good man, the noble heart, the patient lover, has waited and watched Hope mend her soul. He's offered her something Liam never could: clarity, consistency, calm. And when Liam was presumed dead, everything shifted. His blessing of Hope's new engagement was the green light Carter had always dreamed of. It should have been enough. It should have meant something permanent. But nothing is permanent in this town, not death, not love, not loyalty. Because Liam is not dead. And even when the world believed he was, he never really left Hope's heart. No blessing, no approval, no well wishes can erase years of love, shared pain, and the daughter they created together. Beth Spencer is not just a child. She's a bond that never broke. And that bond has survived even lies, betrayals, and the most horrific scam in recent soap opera memory: the Phoebe-Beth deception. That's where this really begins. Because before Carter ever stood beside Hope, before Daphne Rose ever returned to town with her mysterious presence, Hope and Liam lived through something no couple should ever have to endure. They were told their daughter had died, and that grief broke them in ways that changed them forever. But it was a lie. Reese Buckingham, a doctor with a gambling addiction and mounting debts, manipulated one of the darkest stories in Bold and Beautiful history. He stole Beth from Hope and Liam at birth, staged a fake death, and then sold their daughter on the black market under the guise of private adoption. The woman who took the child was Taylor Hayes, acting out of a desire to help her daughter Steffi Forrester build a family. Unaware of the truth behind the adoption, the baby, renamed Phoebe, was raised in the Forrester home, as Hope grieved a child she never lost. And then, the moment that turned everything: Douglas Forrester, the young son of Thomas and Caroline, recognized the truth. In a child's simple words, he shattered a wall of deception. Phoebe is Beth. 3 words that ripped open every lie and returned a stolen baby to her rightful parents. Hope and Liam came back together through that fire. They survived a trauma few could endure. But trauma leaves scars. And those scars have led them down twisted paths ever since. Every breakup, every reconciliation, every betrayal, and every attempt to move on has carried the weight of what they went through. And what was taken from them. Now, Hope stands beside Carter. The engagement is real. The intention is sincere. Carter is everything she should want. A man of honor. A man who's seen her pain and still reached for her with open arms. For years, Carter has been unlucky in love. Every relationship ended with disappointment, secrecy, or betrayal. He wants something lasting. Hope seemed like that answer. But Carter's love story may be nothing more than a bridge. A path leading her back to where she always belonged. Daphne Rose re-entered the scene earlier this year. Mysterious, composed, and deeply infatuated with Carter, she presents something new. Something untouched. She's the opposite of the entangled past Hope brings. Daphne has no known history in LA, no family ties, no messy exes. She sees Carter. She chooses him. And unlike Hope, she doesn't look over her shoulder when she says she loves him. Carter is torn. Because part of him knows. He sees the hesitation in Hope's eyes. He sees the flicker when Liam's name is mentioned. And he knows that if Liam were to walk through that door, truly alive, truly ready, Hope's heart would not hesitate. And Liam has returned. Not just physically, but emotionally. Viewers have seen the signs for months. Liam has been quietly, but deliberately, trying to reclaim his family. His moments with Beth, his protective stances, his long glances at Hope when she's not looking. The man may not always say the right words, but his actions have spoken volumes. He never stopped loving Hope. And he never stopped believing they were meant to be. The fall air in Los Angeles may be mild, but in the hearts of these characters, it's an emotional storm. Hope feels it. Her soul is stirring. The closer she gets to marrying Carter, the louder the voice in her heart becomes. The same voice that once whispered that Beth was alive. The same voice that screamed when Douglas said Phoebe is Beth. Now, it says, Liam. And it's not just love. It's legacy. Brooke Logan's own life mirrors this perfectly. No matter how many men passed through her life, it was always Ridge Forrester. Her destiny, her pain, her joy. And now, Hope finds herself in the same cycle. She can deny it. She can fight it. But the truth is coded in her DNA. 3 marriages, a child, 1,000 heartbreaks. And yet, here they are again. Hope and Liam. No engagement ring can silence that. No new man, no matter how kind, can replace the shared history. The unfinished story. The inevitable pull that keeps drawing them back to each other. Carter sees it. Daphne likely senses it. And Hope? She can't ignore it anymore. But what will she do? Will she walk down the aisle with a man who adores her, only to break his heart later? Or will she stop pretending and face the one truth that's never changed? She still loves Liam Spencer. The audience knows. They've seen the writing on the wall. Every smile Carter gives is returned with hesitation. Every embrace is followed by a stare into the distance. Hope wants to believe in this new life, this new man. But belief isn't enough. Not when your heart still beats for someone else. As we head deeper into the season, the questions become sharper. Will Hope end her engagement with Carter? Will Liam finally confess everything he's been holding back? Will Daphne step into the void and become Carter's real love story? And will Beth, the child once lost and stolen, now become the symbol of the reunion that was always meant to be? This is The Bold and the Beautiful. And destiny doesn't wait. It doesn't care about timing or appearances. It finds a way. The clouds are gathering. The past is stirring. And Hope Logan is about to make the most important decision of her life. Not just for herself, but for Beth, for Liam, for the love story that refuses to die.